a dice from 1 to 6, is all those numbers are called sample space. That means all the possible outcomes in a experiment, random experiment, is called sample space. There is another word that comes, that is trial. Okay, trial means how many trials we are making. Are you understanding? If I'm tossing a coin once, if I'm tossing a coin twice, if I'm rolling a dice once, I'm rolling a dice twice. So that is number of trials. Okay. I hope this is clear to you all. This is nothing new, trial. Right? Okay, so I'm not giving you any definition for trial.
Ma'am, trial means like giving it a try.
Giving a trial, this simple. Okay, so this does not need any definition.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, probability of occurrence of an event. Please write probability of occurrence of an event. What is the probability that the event will occur? So that is number of, see, this is the main formula that always goes in this, in the probability part. Number of favorable outcomes, upon total number of outcomes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So probability of occurrence of an event is also written as P, and inside the bracket we write E, probability of an event. Okay, which is given by number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. Favorable outcomes means how much what we want in the whole of the sample space in a random experiment, what we actually want. Okay.
Ma'am, like if
the number of outcomes is, yes.
If we are playing any Ludo game, like when we roll a dice, if we get 4 in the dice, will win. So like that's the favorite.
Yes. So when you are playing snake and ladder or Ludo, you always wait for 6 to come. Is it?
Yes, sir.
That once you get 6, so that you can start entering the game. Is it? You always wait for 6 to come. So total number of outcomes are what in a dice? 6. I know that there are 6 numbers.
Total are 6. We can
so it can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, it can be 5, it can be 6. But if I say that my favorable outcome is 6, I want 6. Kash mera 6 aa jaye. You say like that, no, I should get into the game. Mera 6 aa jaye. Oh no, I didn't get 6. You say like that when you don't get 6. So suppose, so that is, this 6 is your favorable outcome. So this 6 is what? This is just one number in that. How many 6s are there in a dice? How many 6s are there in a dice? Just one, no? One, no? So if I say that I should get 6 in a dice, so that means what is my probability? 1 by 6. What will be my probability? 1 by 6. 1 by 6. Why 1? Because 6 is one number in the dice. 6 is one number in the dice.
Ma'am, like what is favorable?
Favorable means that we want. The thing that is favorable to you.
That benefits us.
I am waiting that I should get 6 in a dice. So 6 is my favorable outcome.
So, ma'am, favorable outcome will be 6. So, ma'am, like why you wrote?
Yes, ma'am. Like 1 by 6. Why did you wrote?
I am writing 6 because how many times 6 will come?
Ma'am, only
Okay,
one.
so leave this 6. Leave this. You are not understanding this.
One.
Let's take an example of a coin. Okay, where there are only 2 outcomes. Okay, in a coin, there are 2 outcomes, head and tail. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
So that means my total number of outcomes are 2. You get this?
Yes.
So I want, now what is my favorable outcome? I'm hoping that I'm hoping that I should get head. What I want,
We called
what I want is head. I want head in that, so that becomes my favorable outcome. Did you understand that? What is favorable outcome?
yes, ma'am, like which we
Yes.
need.
Which we need. So I want that I should get head, and head is how many times in it? One time. Get it?
Okay, ma'am.
Oh,
You get it with this?
yes, ma'am. So like most of the number of favorable outcomes will be
Most, no, not really. You'll get to see many examples in that. Okay? Not
Ma'am,
always.
like they will give some numbers and it
Yes, we
will.
will do sums. We will do sums.
Ma'am, like there are only two outcomes and the number of favorable outcome is only one, right? So that's why it's
So
one minute.
since this was a small experiment just to make you understand. Okay? Now suppose if I talk about a dice, now if I take an example of a dice, in the dice total outcomes are 6. You get this point? Total outcomes everyone knows. What
Yes,
are
ma'am.
these total outcomes? From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, these are the total outcomes. So I'm writing 6 here. Total outcomes are 6. But what is my favorable outcome? My favorable outcome is
6.
that I want 6 in the dice so that I can start my game. So 6 is how many times in this?
1. 1.
Three बार आएगा ना 6. So that is 1 only, no? You get it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now if I say that I'm rolling a dice and I should get an even number. I should get an even number. So how many even numbers are there in this?
2, 4,
2
6.
is even, 4 is even, and 6
3.
is even. Is it? These are the even numbers.
Yes,
That means my favorable outcome is what I need. I need even numbers. So
3.
even numbers are 3. So what is my favorable outcome? 3.
3.
Okay. You understand this?
Ma'am, that can be simplified further.
First you listen. Further we'll talk about later. First you listen this. As you were saying that we should get always 1 by, 1 by and 1 by only. So this is not the case of 1 by now. It's 3 by 6. Yes?
yes, ma'am. Got it.
You get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Next step is that it can be further simplified. Now it both can go in the table of 3. 3 1s is 3, 3 2s is 6. Okay? So this becomes 1 by 2. Right? You understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now suppose if I say in rolling a dice, I'm taking the example of dice because there are so many numbers here and I can take different sets. Now if I say that my number should be greater than 3, I should get a number which is greater than 3. Now my all possible outcomes in a dice will be 6. This I know from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it? Are you understanding? These are all the possible outcomes. So I've written 6 here, total outcomes. Okay, now my favorable outcome is that I should get number greater than 3. I should get number
4,
greater than 3. So greater than 3 are how many numbers? 4,
4,
5.
5, 6, 3.
Are you understanding? So these are how many numbers?
3.
These are how many? These are 3 numbers. So I'll write 3 by 6 here. Get it?
Yes, ma'am.
So 3 by 6 again can be reduced to a simple form. Simpler
Yes,
form.
ma'am.
3 1s are and 3 2s are 6. This gives me 1 by 2. You understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone?
Yes,
Ma'am, I'm understanding.
Okay.
ma'am.
Advika, are you
Yes,
understanding?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good, beta. Aishwarya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Siddhant?
Yes, ma'am.
Afan, Soumya? Soumya, you can write in the chat box. And
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Any child who has not understood the concept? Ashwath?
Ma'am, can you explain some parts?
Adrit is here.
The
Adrit,
voice is breaking for me. I have bad internet connection.
what happened?
I have bad internet connection, ma'am.
Okay, that's Afan is saying you have a bad internet connection. So what problem is it giving you?
Ma'am, like, can you explain?
Explain again.
Yes.
Okay, again I'll take some examples. Okay, I'm taking the examples of a dice. Okay, in a dice, you know that there are 6 faces. On all the faces, numbers are written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This much you know, Afan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now if I say my probability of an event says that probability of an event is given by number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. Okay, this you always have to keep in mind. Total number of outcomes. Okay, now if I take an example of a dice, in my dice, my total outcomes are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I take an example. I say that I want all odd numbers. I want that I should get an odd number. I should get any odd number, right?
Okay.
Are you understanding? So
yes,
odd numbers are how many? 1 is there, 3 is there, 5 is there. These numbers are odd numbers. Okay, so that means if I want an odd number, I can even get 1, I can even get 3, I can even get 5. Okay, so that means out of these 3, I can get any one number.
Yes.
Right? If my favorable event is, favorable outcome is all odd numbers. So that's 3. So that's 3 by 6, which is equal to 1 by 2. You get it? How do we get 1 by 2? 3 ones are 3 twos are. These both can be simplified by 3. Right? Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am. Understanding.
Okay. Now, if I say I take a coin here. Okay. And I say that my favorable outcome is that I should get a 1 second, beta.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, children. Now suppose if I'm tossing a coin. In a coin, I know that there are only 2 faces. Okay, head and tail. Right? So my total outcome will be 2 here. If I say that my favorable event is head, so head is how many times? 1 time. If I say that my favorable outcome is tail, so tail will be how many times? 1 time.
1 time.
So whatever I want in this, that will be 1 by 2. Okay?
Yes.
You get it? I hope you are understanding, and it will be more clear to you when we do
Yes,
sums.
ma'am. I'm understanding.
When we do more sums, it will be more clear to you. You will get different situations. Okay, but before we move on to the question part, I want to tell you one more thing. See, now probability of an event, probability of an event is given by number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes. So this is very important thing that you must keep in mind. Okay, very important. Right? Probability of an event is always given by number of favorable outcomes upon total number of. Okay. Now, next thing that I want to tell you, if suppose the probability of an event, when do we say that if I say the probability of an event is impossible, and for impossible event is always given by 0. What is impossible event? Impossible event means which cannot happen. Which cannot happen. Now, just for an example, if I tell that in a school from nursery to 12th, okay, a school has children from nursery to class 12th, okay, and the ages of these children are more than 100, okay, ages of these children are more than 100.
Ma'am, more than 100?
Huh. Okay, take more than 50.
So
100 very old.
Okay, चलो 100 ज्यादा लग रहा है 50 ले लेते हैं. ठीक है, let's take it. The age of every child is should be more than 100. So is it possible that even if I take a class nursery child or I take a class 12th child, is their age more than 50 or 100? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
No way.
First of all,
No way. So this is what? Impossible.
and the staff in the school also doesn't have 100 years.
yes, ma'am.
So this is,
Government will stop us all.
what happened?
Ma'am, the
And even the
government
staff
will
of-
ban that.
Okay, so this is something that is impossible, right? Something which is impossible. So this event is impossible. Okay, so that event which cannot happen is called impossible event, and in that case the probability is always written by 0. Okay. Okay.
Probability is 0.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, for an impossible
Okay.
event. Okay. Now for an event which is very much sure to happen. Event which is very much sure to happen. Okay.
Ma'am, is it 100?
Ma'am, 100.
If I take the same example from nursery to 12, okay, I say that all the children should be, should have achieved the age of 5 years. All the children of this age should have achieved the age of 5 years. So yes, of course, everyone,
But some people,
even a nursery child is of 5 years age, even a 12th child has achieved the 5 years age. It is more than
Ma'am,
5.
You
nursery
can
has 3
write like above 5 years.
So if all have achieved this age. Okay, this is 5 plus 12th class child is 5 plus years, and nursery child is 5 years, right? Are you understanding? So that means it's sure to happen. So every child has this much years of age, right? Right?
Yes.
So something that is
Yes, ma'am.
sure to happen. So that is for an event which is very much sure to happen is always written as 1.
100.
You get it?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, which is sure to happen, or you can even use the word certain, which is very much certain to happen. Okay, now if I say from this, I said event, if I say that in a box here, I have some red balls, some red balls, some blue balls, and some white balls. Okay, I have some red balls, some blue balls, some white balls. Now I am saying that what is the probability? Total balls are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total balls are 7.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm just taking another example to explain you one more concept. Total balls are 7. Now if I say that probability of getting a red ball is how much? Total ball is the total outcome. If I put my hand inside and I blindfold my eyes and I'm supposed to take out a ball, suppose that what is the probability that I get a red ball? So red balls are how many? Red
Three.
balls are
Three.
3. So probability is 3 by 7.
3 by 7.
You get
Yes.
it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now if I say what is the probability that I should get a blue ball? So blue balls are how many? 2.
2 by 7.
Total balls are 7. Okay. Blue balls is my favorable event now, no? Favorable outcome. So that's 2. Okay. Now if I say probability of a white ball. Probability of a white
2.
ball. This is again 2. Right?
Yes.
Okay. You understood these probabilities. Now if I say, if I have to add all
Yes.
the parts of this, what is the probability? If I have to say what is the whole, the sum of this? Okay, if I have to add the probability, all the
7 by
probability,
7 is equals to
So it will be
so
1.
that so that will be what?
1.
1.
One.
1 means this is a fraction of this. These were the fractions. No,
Yes.
3 by 7 is a fraction. 2 by 7 is a fraction.
Yes.
2 by 7 is a fraction. So when I add them all, I get 7 by 7, which is equal to 1. So
1.
1 means what?
Whole.
1 whole.
The whole.
These were what? Fractions.
Yes, ma'am. The balls, the total balls in a box.
You understand this? How the fractions have made a whole now in terms of probability? You get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope everyone understands this.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, Advika,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Aishwarya,
Ma'am, I have
Nan,
understood.
Soumya.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, let me ask everyone.
Ma'am, we understood.
Yes. Siddhant, Sritej,
Yes, ma'am.
Rishit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any child who has any doubt in your mind, please ask. Ashwath, did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone has any doubt, any small doubt, so please ask. Okay. So when I add all these probabilities, I get whole. Okay. These properties are actually what? They are fractions of a, they are parts of a whole only. You get it? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So probability of an event which is not possible is always given by 0. Probability
Zero.
of an event which is sure to happen is given by 1. Probability of the sum of the probabilities, okay, is given by
Yes, ma'am.
1. Okay.
1.
1 means I'm just saying when you add them all, okay, you get 1 only.
Yes.
Okay, now next is that probability of an event. There is one concept, probability of an event and probability of not an event. Probability of an event and probability of not an event. What does this mean now? See, good plus bad.
Ma'am, we can take as negative
Good
plus
plus
positive.
bad. Good plus bad makes an event. Yes, it can be good.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything has something good in it. Everything has something bad in it. Is it? So good
Yes,
plus bad is one complete event, right? So if I say, suppose if I have a box here, sorry, a rectangle here, and say this much is the probability of this much parts is the probability of an event. Okay, why this much part? Because out of this whole part, PE is a fraction. Is it? PE is a fraction, no? PE is a part of this.
Yes.
And what is the remaining part? The remaining part is probability of not, if this is probability of an event, then the remaining part is probability of not an event.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that is good. One is good and one is bad. So both of them make one event. Right? So say, suppose this is some pizza. I take out one piece from a pizza. So this is, say, my probability of an event. So what is the left out part? Probability of
not occurring.
event. Okay,
Probability of-
and I write it as like this. Complement. Okay, this is actually, this is
Yes.
called complement of anything. What do you say? What do you call it? Complement of an
complement of
event.
an
Complement means which is opposite of an event. If some event is happening and the one which is not happening is the complement. Okay. If I say in 90 degrees, if I have to make 90-degree angle, but I have only 30-degree angle with me. So what is the complement of 30 degree? What is the complement of 30 degree? Complementary angles क्या होते हैं? What are complementary? What are complementary angles? Complementary angles are those angles whose sum is 90 degrees. Okay.
Okay.
So if
And
one
so the
angle-
complementary angle will be 60.
so that same concept is applied here also. Okay, if this angle is 30 degree, what is the complement of this? 60 degree.
60.
90 minus 30 is 60. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So same, you have not studied about complementary angles in your junior class? Okay. Okay, so same thing applies here, which is complementary to the given. Okay, right? You understand? If P of E is the event, then P of E bar is called complement of an event. Okay?
Actually today I need to go out, so like even it I need to go out today. So can I even my mobile's battery charge is like down. So can I just drop now?
What happened?
Ma'am, like actually I'm going out and also my mobile's battery is down. So
Okay,
like
okay.
can I
Okay, beta,
drop
no,
it?
no problem. You can. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, beta. So did you understand what is complement of an event?
Yes.
If the
Which makes
probability
the
of an
event full.
is, yes, probability of an event is favorable outcome upon total outcome, right?
Total outcome.
Favorable
Yep.
outcome upon total outcome. But complementary event will be what? Which is 1 minus the probability of both the events, both the fractions is whatever are the parts. The fraction is always equal to the whole. Okay, the sum of the fractions will be whole. So what is the probability of not an event will be what? 1 minus probability of an event. Is it?
Yes.
If I say 3 by 4 is one fraction and 1 by 4 is another fraction, which makes one whole. So
Yes, ma'am.
what will be, this is my favorable event. This is my non-favorable event, say. Okay. So
Ma'am, can you
if I
scroll
have
the
to
screen?
find my, yes, if I have to find my non-favorable event, so non-favorable event क्या होगा? 1 minus favorable event होगा ना? 1 minus favorable event होगा ना? This is non-favorable event, non-favorable, and this is my favorable. So 1 minus favorable event will give me my non-favorable event. Yes?
Yes.
Did you understand this?
So like ma'am, the possible event, if the possible event is 1, then it's like a whole.
Yes. 1 means complete event. Okay?
It's like it's sure,
whole.
it's confirmed.
Sure event. Okay? Out of the sure event, if you subtract the probability of your favorable event, you will get the probability of not an event. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. So
If
so we
good
get
plus bad,
0.
if good plus bad gives you your experience, okay? If good plus you have a good experience also, you have sometimes bad experience also, okay? If good experience plus bad experience gives you your experience. So that means if I have to find what is my good experience, so good experience will be your experience minus the bad experience. If you subtract bad experience from your
Yes.
total experience, then whatever you are left is the good experience, no?
Yes.
Okay. If suppose you go for a picnic out today, okay, and you face some good experiences also there, you enjoy something, and there are times when you felt bored also. So if you subtract from your picnic, if you subtract those bad time when you felt bad, when you felt bored, okay, so whatever you are left with, only the good thing, no, when you enjoyed, is it?
Ma'am, so like good is the PE bar.
So good is something that you want. Your favorable event can be anything.
Ma'am, he told good is equals to PE bar.
Yes, it can be anything.
But PE bar is
See,
like that's
Negative.
not possible.
look here, look here. If I write good plus bad, or I write bad plus good, will that make any difference?
Ma'am, no,
No,
ma'am.
no.
Commutative.
Plus or 3 will make any difference? No.
No, ma'am.
What
Commutative
we are
property.
adding, no? Okay. So even if I write probability of event is 1 minus probability of not an event, it is correct. Or if I write probability of not an event is equal to 1 minus probability of event, will that make any difference?
No.
Will that make any difference? Yes or no?
Ma'am, like what is good among this? Like PE or PE bar?
PE
Yeah,
is good.
Beta, this is just an example. P is not good, neither P of E bar is good. Nothing is good in this. Please don't get confused with this. I'm just giving you an example of your daily life. Okay. Just omit. If you're getting confused with this example, let it be. We don't take this example. Okay. We won't take this example. Don't get confused with this. Neither P of E is good, neither P of E bar is good. This is just a complement of that. Complement means which is not a part of that. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't get confused with good, bad. There is no good, there is no bad. Okay?
Okay.
So like PE is possible and PE is impossible.
Both are good. Okay? So I'm saying that probability of an event, complement of an event plus probability of your favorable event is 1. 1 fraction, this is 3 by 4 fraction, this is 1 by 4 fraction, is 1. Okay? So if I
Yes,
want
ma'am.
fraction probability of not an event, so this will be 1 minus 1 by 4, no? Is it? This will be 1 minus 1 by 4, no? Are you understanding?
Yes.
And suppose if I want probability of an event and I am given this part in the question. So what will it be? Probability of not an event. You will subtract this from the total. Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll do examples and you will understand. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And so like is this the syllabus of tomorrow?
I'll explain you.
Ma'am, will this come in the test?
Yes, simple questions I have given in the test. Like dice, toy, coin, those types of things. Not this. Okay.
Ma'am, do you give a mean mode that also?
whatever you have studied in data handling is given to you, okay, except this part, what we are doing now.
Okay.
Okay? So just remember that probability of an event plus probability of not an event is equal to 1. Okay. Let's take some example. Although we have taken so many examples. Okay, let's see. Okay, a coin is flipped to decide. Please listen, a coin is flipped. That means we are tossing a coin to decide which team starts a game. Which team starts a game? We toss a coin, no? Tossing a coin.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the probability that your team will start? So what?
Ma'am, can I keep? It's almost time.
Ma'am, 1 by 2.
So that will be, what is the probability that your team will start? Suppose you have taken head. So your probability will be 1 by 2.
1 by 2.
Yes.
Half.
That you win a toss. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just taking 5 minutes extra in this class just to make you understand simple question on this. Okay.
Ma'am, got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, sir, in tomorrow's test will be median and mode.
What happened?
I'm sorry, in tomorrow's
Your voice is cracking.
test you get mean, median, and mode. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Now I can hear. No, you will be able to do. The questions given are simple only on probability. Just one or two questions ahead.
No, ma'am, like, ma'am, do we get the questions related to mean, median, and mode?
Yes. A dice is rolled. The probability is right. Don't write. The probability of getting and even prime is what? What is the probability of getting an even prime?
1 by 6.
1 by
1 by 6.
6.
Why 1 by 6? But how do you write that? Your answer should be probability.
Ma'am, like favorable would be 2 as the only 2 is the even prime.
So favorable outcome upon total outcome, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
favorable total outcomes are in a dice are 6. But your favorable outcome is even prime. So there is only one even prime number.
Prime, which is only 1. Yes.
So 2 is only even prime. So that's 1 by 6.
So, 1 by 6.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So there is
Yes,
only
ma'am.
one number. That's 1 by 6. Did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm just winding the class now. I hope you have understood these questions.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Ah,
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
okay.
Ma'am, homework?
Homework is no homework today. Okay. Just revise the classwork, whatever we have done. Okay. And then you have your Sunday test.
Okay, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, beta.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, beta.